A community, they were talking about when I was vice president. They did an article about Biden had traveled, well, I think it was 1,200,000 miles on aircraft. They list how many miles you travel all the time. And so I'm getting on the train, and Secret Service are great guys, but they understandably would rather me not ride trains because more things can happen on a train in the distance instead of flying home. But I had to come home, see my mom. She was living with me. She was dying. Anyway, so I go to get in the train on a Friday afternoon, and a guy named Angelo, I guess I shouldn't say his whole name. This guy, I won't mention his name because I will get him in trouble. I'm not going to embarrass him and say his name. Angelo Negri. And Angelo Negri came up. He used to be number 2 on the road. And he walked up, he goes, "Joey, baby! Joey, baby! Joey, baby! Joey, baby! Hey, Joe. Joey, baby! Joey, baby! Joey, baby! Joey, baby! Grabs my cheek. And I thought they were going to shoot him. And I said, "What's the story, Angie?" He said, "I just read 1,200,000 miles. Big deal." He said, "You know how many miles you travel on Amtrak?" And I said, "No, Angie." He said, "We did retirement dinner up in Newark." Said the guys, because most of my team was coming out of New York, and that back and forth. And he said, he said, "You travel over 1,250,000 miles or 300,000 miles." 1,285,000 miles. I traveled over 2 million miles in Amtrak. He said, 1,200,000 miles. I've traveled a million miles. You travel over 2 million miles. You've traveled over 1 million miles on Amtrak. 1,200,000 miles. 1,515,000 miles on Amtrak. How'd you figure that, Angie? He said, "Well, it's about, I forget the exact number, but I think it's 280 miles round trip." And he said the Senate's within an average of 117 days a year. 117 days a year. 119 days a year. 131 days a year. 222 days a year. You did it for 36 years, almost every day. And then you did as vice president. He said, "So that's how we figured it out." I don't hear any more about Air Force stuff. Anyway.
The story has been deemed false by fact checkers and those sober who claim the said conductor retired decades before Biden was VP and died at least a year before he logged 1 million miles.
1,000,000 to 100 or whatever. Swear to God. True story. I'm going to God.